What's up, guys? My name is Kyle Kurzhal. I hope you are having a fantastic Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. As always, it is fantastic to be here with you guys. I am so excited to get into today's live Q&A about AI and automations to help you get back your time and grow your business. But just like last week, today we have a special event going on. So today we are giving away books or copies of Alex Hormozi's new $100 million Money Models book. In fact, we are actually going to be giving away up to three of these copies today, depending on who enters. So if you are just now joining, let me give you a brief overview of what this live Q&A is about. And then also I'll give you a quick summary about how to enter for the giveaway of the book today. So this live Q&A is all about making myself available to be able to answer your questions concerning AI and automations, so that way you can get back your time in your own business and your investing or whatever it is that you're doing. So this is really meant for not just professionals, but this could be anybody who's, it could be a solopreneur who's just getting started. It could be somebody who's been in business for a while and is trying to figure out how to scale up their operations. It can be somebody who's in a very large business and is trying to figure out, well, how can I apply this specifically to my case? I have a background in software engineering. I've been doing this for over 11 years now. I built software from the ground up. I've worked with AI technology. I've been watching this for really the last decade now as it has changed. And with the more recent changes in AI, I think there's a lot of really practical use case for the everyday person. And so this is your chance to be able to come and ask questions during this live stream, whatever they are, whether they're a very simple beginner question or whether it's maybe something a little bit more complex. You can get my take on it as a software engineer. So that's the point of this live session. Hopefully you guys take full advantage of that. If you have questions about AI and automation that you want to ask, I have put the link for that in the chat. It should also be in the description of this live stream video, wherever you're watching it on Facebook or YouTube. And you just go to that form, fill out your question, submit it, and I'm going to see that question come in live on my side, and then I'm going to answer each of those questions as they come in one by one. So that's what the live stream is about. Now, let's talk about the other part of this, which is really exciting. So today we are going to be giving away up to 3 copies of Alex Hormozi's new book, $100 Million Money Models. Now, for those of you who are maybe not super familiar with Alex Hormozi, he is one of these well-known business gurus out there. Specifically, he is really well known for taking complex business ideas and simplifying them into very key ideas and frameworks. And then he's put out several books on these things, and not only books, but he's also put out tons of free courses which correlate with the books. So he's done $100 million offers as a book. He's done $100 million leads as a book. And then this last one, $100 million money models, kind of ties all of this stuff together. And I'm going through the course online right now myself, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It is really, really practical. And I just got my book in, actually. So what does this mean for you guys? Well, if you want a copy of this book, it so happens that I bought 200 of Alex Hormozi's books. He was wanting people to donate essentially 200 books that he's going to give away to entrepreneurs across the country. But then he gave us also 200 books that we can give away. So I am giving away not all 200 here in this way, but I am going to be giving over the next couple of weeks. I'll be giving these books away incrementally. And if you want a guaranteed copy, I'll tell you at the end how you can get a guaranteed copy even if you don't win one today. So if you want to enter for that giveaway, I'm going to be doing the giveaway at the very end. All you need to do is scan that QR code that you see on the screen, or you can click the link in the chat wherever you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook. Go fill out the form that I have linked there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect all of that information at the end. We are going to go through it, choose a random winner. I don't have any complex system set up, but I'm going to actually set something up for it in the near future, and we'll talk about that a little bit later too. So if you want to enter for the giveaway, we're going to be doing that at approximately 6:30 p.m. Central Time. So in about 25 minutes or so after we get through our live Q&A questions. So you have plenty of time to go in, put in a question if you've got one, or also submit your entry for the giveaway today. Now, today's giveaway is a little bit different. So I said I was giving away 3 copies. The first copy I'm going to give away to any random entrant. The other 2 copies I'm going to be giving away to somebody and their friend. And that's assuming that you brought your friend to today's live stream. So if you are watching this and you know a friend who might like to have a copy of this, then go get them and right now and bring them to this live stream, and both of you enter into the giveaway. And when one of your names comes up, we'll make sure to also get a copy to the other person. I'll coordinate that with you separately. All right, y'all. So that's going to be it for the introductions. I think that is enough. Let's go ahead and get into our questions today. I hope you guys have been having a good one and have been piling up those questions for me. So let's see what we've got today. All right. So Stacy asks, can I have AI track my daily tasks and tell me what I should stop doing? Yes, Stacy, you could. I think some of this is going to depend partly on how you are having it track your daily tasks. Like, are you going to use a calendar? Are you going to use like a spreadsheet? Are you going to be using a, Word doc, or anything like that? Like, what is kind of the point of that? Or not the point, but the point of integration is what I'm trying to say. Because you need to be able to have the data for AI to be able to take advantage of it, right? So I would say that part maybe isn't so much AI itself, unless what you do is you like spin up, maybe like a ChatGPT instance or chat, and maybe you periodically go throughout the day and just give it the list of things that you're doing. And then what you could do is you could ask whether it's directly in ChatGPT or whether it's, ChatGPT or some other AI that's hooked up to maybe a spreadsheet or notes or anything like that you've been recording that information in. Maybe it's calendar. And then you say, hey, like, here are what my goals are, and this is where I'm trying to go. Do you have any recommendations for how I can better optimize my time? So you need to give it lots of context on what you're trying to accomplish. And then you can ask it, as a sounding board, what you should do. Now, I will just say this, Stacy, just keep in mind that AI is not some kind of magical problem fixer for everything in your life. It is a tool, particularly these LLMs or large language models are text predictors. So they are trained on a huge amount of text that exists out on the internet. So they take in text and then they figure out, well, based on the text that's been taken in, here's predictably what we should do, or, like a statistical model. Here are the next set of things we should say. And then as it builds that out, it's going to predict the next token and the next token. So it's really handy. It can be really great for helping be a sounding board for you and things like that. And I think going back and forth with it to inspire your own ideas, but just be careful to assume that it's going to magically fix everything. And as long as you're cautious with that, I think it could be a good solution for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So, all right. If you are just coming in and you've got questions about AI and automation, I've got a link there in the chat and in the video description. You can go ahead and submit those. I see those come in live. I'm going through those right now. At the end of the live stream, we're going to be going through and collecting the data for the giveaway. So if you want a copy of Alex Hormozi's $100 Million Money Models book, you can go fill out that form that I also have linked in the chat, and you will get a chance to win at the end. Again, bring your friend for an extra chance for both you and your friend to win. I'm giving away a total of 3 books today. So let's move on to our next question. All right. Let's see here. Lucas asks, can I automate investor updates to keep my JV partners happy without weekly calls? Okay, Lucas, I love this idea. I think this is actually a really, really good use case. So what I would do is I would have some kind of, so the answer is yes, you can totally do this. I would make sure that you have some kind of place that you're storing information. It could also be, like a voice AI mode in something like ChatGPT. Whatever it is, you need some place to put that information, right? You got to offload what's going on in some way. And maybe it's like progress notes from a bunch of different places. Maybe you got some good project management software. So if you can have a place where all of that relevant information is stored, and then you can pull that into your AI, you just need to make sure you have an integration point. So if it doesn't already exist out there, like as an off-the-shelf type thing, maybe what you could do is you could consider using something like Zapier or Make.com or N8N and integrate that with whatever platform is out there. Honestly, like those tools are great no-code tools that you will have to learn how to use them a little bit, but it is a really good way for you to create like workflow automations and take advantage of some AI tech as well. So you can integrate them into whatever software you're using to maybe manage your project. And then you can set it up to collect data from that on some periodic basis. Maybe you said like a weekly call, right? So maybe do it like once a week, aggregate all that data, say, hey, please summarize this and highlight these types of things. So you got to kind of give it some context about what types of things you'd like to see in that email. And then it should be able to do that. So I love that idea, Lucas. That is fantastic. I would definitely look into implementing that if you guys are spending a huge amount of time on weekly calls, trying to get things up, people up to date, especially if you've got lenders. That's another key right there is if you've got lenders on the project, you want to keep them up to date. So in that case, like I think that would also be great for AI. You just have to be able to put in the information, even if it's kind of rough, and then make sure the AI is integrated with whatever place you're storing that data. All right, great question, Lucas. Let's move on to our next question. So let's see here. Nina asks, can Go High Level automatically push my new deals to Facebook groups or buyers? Yes, I believe you should be able to do that, Nina. So I don't know about the Facebook groups exactly. You might have to create like a special type of integration, because at least to my knowledge, my current knowledge, you can integrate Go High Level with Facebook pages. But most of the time, like with these Facebook groups, it's your personal profile that's connected to the group. And so I don't know that you're really going to be able to do that off the shelf with Go High Level. You might have to have some kind of special integration that can essentially log into your personal Facebook account or whatever Facebook account you set up. And then it would have to like somehow post. So that part is a little iffy. But as far as your buyers, I think this is actually a fantastic use case. So I love Go High Level because it is really, really great for like marketing and sales type tasks. And so if you've got like a list of buyers for any properties, I'm assuming you're wholesaling just based on the way you said that. So if you are wholesaling, then it's going to be really great for that. You can create your list of buyers, and then let's say you have a pipeline set up and you're moving your opportunity through your pipeline, and you've got a stage that's like something like deal ready, push to buyers or something like that. So you move your opportunity to that stage. You can have an automation that's set up to aggregate all the information about your deal, and then from the opportunity, and then put it into an email, and then send that email out to all the different people in your list. So that is definitely something that you could take advantage of and go high level. Nina, I'm assuming you already have a go high level, but for the folks who don't already have go high level, I'm partnered with a group called Full Stack Coordination, who white labels go high level. So if you are in need of a good sales and marketing, like an all-in-one sales and marketing tool, just let me know, because what I could do is I could demo to you my own system, because I use go high level, show you kind of some of the capabilities. And if it's something that you need for your business, then we can definitely hook you up. So if you need something like that, let me know in the comments, and then we'll figure out how to coordinate that. All right. For anybody who's coming in right now, I just want to let you know that what we're doing at the moment is covering questions about AI, automations, and systems live. So if you've got questions like that, I've got a link for you to be able to submit your questions in the chat. So you can go ahead and submit those at that link. It's also in the description of the video on YouTube and Facebook. But at the end, in just a little bit, let me see what time we're at about 6:25 to 6:30 p.m. So about 10 minutes from now, we're going to go through our data from all of our entries for our giveaway of Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Million Money Models. So if you are coming in and you want to submit an entry, you can scan the QR code on this video, or you can click the link in the chat and submit your entry there. We're giving away total of 3 copies. 1 copy goes to a random entrant. The other 2 copies are going to go to an entrant and the friend who they brought to this live stream. So if you want to increase your chances and you know somebody who might want a copy, go get them right now and bring them to the live stream and have them fill out the form. So that way, when we go through that drawing, we can ensure that you and your friend get that copy. All right, let me go look at our next couple of questions here. And let me also make sure that we don't have any questions in our chat from anybody, or any comments there that I'm missing. I want to make sure we cover everything for everyone. Okay, I don't see anything in the chat. So let's go take a look at our next list of questions. Okay, Megan asks, if AI messed up and sent the wrong message, how would I fix it fast? Oh, this is good. Megan, you need to look at that very similarly to how you would handle any other employee. And so, at this point, I really think we can consider AI as like little AI employees in a sense. They're like smart. The way I describe these to people is that they're like very smart toddlers. Like they've got like undergraduate level knowledge, but the wisdom of a toddler. And so if you don't like very explicitly tell it, hey, this is what I want you to do, this is the role that you're playing, this is the goal, you don't give it context properly, all that stuff, it can mess up. And so what you have to do is you have to make sure that you write that context really well. You also need a way to probably collect information over time about how it is doing. So in the AI space, people are calling these evals, which is just short for evaluations. What they do is they as input comes in and then the AI creates some output and gives the output. These people who are doing this really well are collecting that output and associating it with the input, and they're storing it in a database. And then they go back and periodically review how the AI is performing, and they may even have a separate AI evaluate the data from the AI that's doing the real work, and just making sure it keeps in line and, maybe annotating or highlighting the things that don't make sense. So that's how people are doing it. and making sure it's getting better and better over time. Now, your question, Megan, is specifically about, well, what if it messes up and it actually sends the wrong message? You're going to have to deal with that like any other employee, where you're going to have to jump in and you're going to have to somehow handle that situation. So you may have to say, hey, I just wanted to let you know this is, the AI's manager. Maybe you have a name for the AI, like maybe the AI is named Xander or something. So you go in and you say, hey, I'm Xander's manager. I just wanted to let you know this is incorrect. I wanted to correct the record and make sure that we serve you the best way possible, or I'm talking with Xander about it. Something like that. You're going to know best for your business, how you need to handle it, but you're going to have to do something like that. And if you notice that it's a serious problem, you may need to shut off the AI temporarily, so that way it's not just continuing to run. So I would probably, first thing, if it's really, really serious and it's not just a little hiccup or a one-off situation, I would jump in, shut off the automation, then jump in and firefight a little bit. Great question, Megan. Let me take a look and see what our next question in the list is. So let's see here. Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay, so Cassandra asks, can I set up automations that change depending on the season or time of year? Cassandra, that's very different from most of the questions that I've heard out there. The answer is yes. You definitely could set up automations that change depending on the time of the year or particular seasons. You would just use like certain date ranges. So let's say, I don't know, this is a really rough way to put it, but maybe like you have winter as like, I don't know, December through February. And then you've got spring as March through May. And then summer as June through August. And then fall as September, October, November. Whatever it is. So you have those date ranges. You just make sure in your automation you have certain paths set up to say, hey, if we're in this range, then go here. If you're in this range, go here, or whatever. Another way you might do something like that is you might even say, depending on how your workflow is set up and how the data is flowing in, one way you might do that is by applying like a special label to any kind of data that's coming in as input, and then you have the code check what label that is, and maybe the label is based on season. So you have like a season, if it's season spring, or if it's season fall, or season winter, or whatever, then do this, then do this, then do this. And then you just periodically go change your labels to say, hey, this is what season it is, or something. You could take that in all sorts of different ways. Like you could apply that principle not just across seasons, but you could also do it for like certain, I don't know, like certain campaigns or something like that. So, Cassandra, I hope that answers your question. You can definitely set up automations that change depending on the season or time of year. With typical automations, you're going to have to do it more like concretely. So they're always going to function the same way as long as you've written it properly. And when I say run the same way, I just mean like during a certain season, it runs the same way, because you want some repeatability and predictability, right? But if you need something to be a little bit more loose, then maybe you look at using something like an AI, and you just give it some information about like what date it is or something, or what the season is or whatever. And then maybe you have certain guidelines for it. So then the AI can handle things a little bit more loosely, but still kind of according to the set of tasks that you need accomplished. So great question, Cassandra. That was a very unique one. All right, let me take a look at our time here. Looks like we are at the end of our time for the live Q&As. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now go and pull our data for our live, for our giveaway. And we're going to see if we have any entries today. Last week, we didn't have any entries. So last week's book got carried over to this week's book. If we don't have any entries this week, then we're going to carry this over to next week. And so instead of giving away maybe 3 copies, we'll give away 4 copies. So we're just going to keep carrying this over until we are able to give away these books. All right, I got to go to the system and pull the data. So let me pull this up and reload our page. Okay, so I don't see any submissions for today's giveaway. Since I don't see any giveaways for today's giveaway, Since I don't see any entries for today's giveaway, I think what we'll do is just kind of wrap it up here for the day. Let me tell you guys about how you can get a guaranteed copy. So first of all, if you want to get reminders for future live Q&As, you can sign up at the link that you have in your chat on the right-hand side. I think Facebook automatically has it, so I may have to grab it here for our viewers on YouTube. So let me grab that for you folks on YouTube and paste that here. You can also use that QR code that's on the screen. And then if you want a guaranteed copy, since today we didn't give away any copies, we'll give away some next week. But if you want a guaranteed copy of Alex Hormozi's $100 million money models, I am giving away a copy for the next 150 people that sign up for the AI Employee Club. So the AI Employee Club is an online private community for folks who want to learn more about AI automations systems for their businesses. We have an online chat. We have online resources for you that are available. So if you got any problems that you're running into, you can bring those problems into the chat. We also have an extended live Q&A. So after this, in just a moment, we're going to go into the AI Employee Club and then answer people's additional questions. And if there's no additional questions, we'll actually go deep dive on something unique, like that's technical. Right now, what we're doing is we're building out a giveaway bot to help me with these giveaways, so that way I don't have to handle all this stuff manually, like handle all these links. So if that's something that you want to learn how to do for your own business, for your own investing, your own live streaming, whatever it is, then you can join the AI Employee Club. We also have a recording of our 1-day AI Receptionist Challenge, where we taught folks who had never touched AI receptionists, like phone receptionists, and taught them how to set it up in a single day. So that is available in the AI Employee Club. That's actually sold separately, but you get access to it when you join the community. So you get all that stuff, plus you get a guaranteed copy of the Alex Hormozi's $100 million Money Models book if you join the AI Employee Club. Now, let me post the link there, and then let me tell you what's going to happen with before we leave, what's going to happen with the giveaway. Since nobody signed up today, we're going to push that over to next week. So if you want a chance, here's the, by the way, the link for the AI Employee Club. So if you want a chance to win a copy of Alex Hormozi's $100 million Money Models, then what you need to do is come to next week's live Q&A. Unfortunately, nobody signed up for today. I give these away at the end. So if you want a copy, come next week. Instead of giving away 3 copies, we're going to give away 4 copies. So 2 of those copies will go to random entrants. Then the other 2 copies are going to go to an entrant and the friend that they bring to the live stream. So your chances are increasing. And if you want a copy, definitely come to the live stream next week. If you want a guaranteed copy, then join the AI Employee Club today. You get access to all those things I talked about earlier, plus the guaranteed copy. All right, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for all of your questions about AI, automations, and systems. As always, it was a pleasure to hang out with you guys. We're going to go on over to the AI Employee Club. Hope you guys have a good one. Take it easy.